Okay. Last class, I was discussing about free or natural vibrations. I said vibration of a body in the absence of any periodic force. You don't have to apply the force again and again, and the body vibrates. Such a vibration is called free or natural vibration. The frequency of such vibration is called natural frequency of the body, which depends on the shape and size of the body. Shape and size. I gave example last time. Frequency of a pendulum depends on the length and acceleration due to gravity. It is inversely proportional to the square root of length. Less length will have more frequency, more length will have less frequency. Then I gave the formula of the frequency of a straight wire. What was the formula of the straight wire? Last class I had already discussed. F is equal to 1 by 2L square root P by M. That is frequency of a straight wire depends upon the tension in the string. More the tension, more the frequency. And it depends upon the length of the string. But inversely proportional to the length of the string. When the length is more, of the string is more, the frequency will be less. When the length is less, frequency is more. And it depends upon the thickness of the wire, that is mass per unit length of the wire also. More the mass per unit length of the wire, that is more the thickness, less the frequency, less the mass, more the frequency. That means thinner wire will have more frequency than the thicker wire. We have done all this. And another thing now I've discussed is this one, the frequency of air column. You know, air trapped in a space is called air column. That frequency of air column in a closed pipe, in a closed container or in a closed pipe. What is the meaning of closed pipe? One end is closed, but one end is open. Then it is called closed container. One end is closed, one end is open, is called closed container or closed pipe. Open pipe will have both the ends open pipe. In closed pipe or even in the open pipe, frequency of air column vibrating air is inversely proportional to L, length of the air column. That means more the length of the air column, lesser will be the frequency, less the length of the air column, more will be the frequency. I give one example. Suppose we are having water level fill here. That is, this is air column, this is the air column, this is the length. This is the length here. This is the length of the air column, air trapped in this space. And suppose let us have another one here. Another container. What is the length of the air column? This much. This much is the length of the air column. Here, this much is the length. In which case, the air column. Yes. Yeah.
So the length will be length of the air column will be only the empty space, not the entire air column.
Only where is the air filled in the container? Where is the air, part of the, this is full water? No, fully water. So air is this much only. No, this much is the air part. Empty space containing air, that is automatic. Here also the empty space is containing air. Am I right or wrong? Tell me. So length of the air column. Yeah, length of the air column. In which case the frequency of the air column vibrating will be more. The first case or the second case, A or B? In which case? Tell me. In case of A or in case of B? In which case? In case of B, because the length is less. Yes, very good. Yes. When the length is less, frequency is more. And if the air column vibrating in the space is producing sound, through which of the tube or which of the pipe you will be hearing a sharper sound? Tell me, through A or through B? The sound from which pipe will be sharper? Thriller. B, because frequency is more. No, frequency is more. Yes, frequency is more. You are right. Since the frequency is more, so sound produced by such air column vibrating will be sharper or shriller, will be having a higher pitch. I think I give examples now. Listen. You know, whistle, no? You all know that
Yes, sir.
whistle, no? Whistle has got a hole very close to your mouth, isn't it? Hole is very close to the mouth. When you blow air inside, the sound coming up is very sharp or not. That is why it is called whistle, isn't it? The sound from the whistle is very sharp. Am I right or wrong? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are right.
Why it is very sharp? Because the length of the air column is very short. Length of the empty space is very short. And when you blow air, that is, you are making the air vibrate, then what happens? The sound will have a higher frequency. As a result, we get a sound of high pitch or very sharper sound coming out from the whistle. I think you all know this flute also, no? Flute. Have you seen a flute? Flute. I think you all know that. Bansuri, no? Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, in the flute, there are many holes. Have you ever observed it? There are many holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are quite many holes are there, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you guess through which hole the sound coming out will be sharper? Through which hole? Through the first hole
First
nearer
hole.
to the mouth or to the last hole? First
The
hole.
hole nearer to the mouth.
You are right. Yes. First hole is closer to the mouth. That means the length of the air column is shorter. When the length of the air column is shorter, the frequency of the sound produced will be higher. That means the sound will have a higher pitch. I hope you understood this. And that's why we make different holes. Through each hole, the sound coming out will have different frequencies. That is why we will be able to compose, like form beats. You can compose a song, that flute. You have to vary you have to tap the different holes like this, isn't it? You close and you open some holes like that, isn't it? Those who play flute and all, so they do that only, isn't it? They vary their frequency so that the music is composed. Understood or not, boys? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Sir, understood.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now let us have a situation like this. Let's see. Let's have a situation like this. We are having a bucket which is being filled with a tap. There's a tap to fill up the bucket like this. Bucket is getting filled up. As the water fills in the bucket, the sound produced by the water falling in the bucket varies. In what respect does it vary? Can you tell me, in what respect does it vary? In respect of loudness or in respect of sharpness? Which respect does it vary? And water is filling in,
Down of
No, it varies in the sharpness. Sharpness of the sound will vary. Sharpness. Sharpness or the pitch of the sound will vary. Pitch. As you know, water is filling in. Just have a look at it. Water is filling in. What is the length of the air column? This much big. But as water's level comes up, the length of the air column keeps on decreasing, no? As the water is rising, the length of the air column is decreasing. It keeps on decreasing there. And when the water comes right on top or just nearly at the top, what happens? The length of the column will become very less, and the sound produced will be the sharpest. And that helps you to make out whether the bucket is full with water or not. Suppose a bucket is being filled with a tap, and you are at some far places, okay? You cannot see the bucket there, okay? But from the sound produced by waterfall in the bucket, you can make out whether the bucket is full or not. Will you be able to make out? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
On what basis are you able to make out? What enables you to make out the
Sharpness of the sound.
change in the frequency of the sound or change in the pitch of the sound enables you to make out. The pitch will keep on increasing here, keep on increasing. That is the sharpness of the sound will keep on increasing. And the sound becomes the sharpest when it is either full or it is going to be full. Am I right or not? You must have observed it. Have you observed it at home? If
Yes,
not,
sir, I
then
have
please try
observed
today.
it.
Okay. Yes. Please try to today. Open a tap and fill in the bucket with water. As the water level will be rising up right on top, then the sound falling on the bucket becomes the sharpest. Or if it is just going to be full, that time only it becomes the sharpest. And what is the logic behind? The logic is this only. This is the logic. This is the logic. That means the length of the air column keeps on decreasing and the frequency of the sound produced by the air column vibrating in this bucket keeps on increasing. When the frequency increases, that means the sharpness of the sound will also increase. Am I right or wrong? Tell me, voice.
Sir, you are right.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sir,
So understood now? Yes. Yeah.
so you said that you will send the PDF. When we will send. So
I didn't get
you will
you.
send the PDF. So you said that you will send the
PDF of?
PDF of each class, sir. Each class conducted.
Not each class. PDF altogether is been sent. Okay. Previous lesson note. Till the topic of echo, it has been sent in the group and it is there in the website also. You can see that. It has been sent. I sent it. Okay. And please watch the video also. Okay. Video also you are getting. No, please watch it. And your video is your ready reference. Okay. Later on also we can refer to the video no anytime. Okay, boys.
Okay, sir.
Understood now about the, okay, you understood about the natural vibration. Now another thing, when a body is vibrated under the natural vibration, in vacuum, it will maintain a constant amplitude and constant frequency. And you can look at the graph which I have given there. The graph, you can see that amplitude is same and frequency also remains the same. That means the body does not stop vibrating. The body will vibrate forever. It will have a non-stop vibrations in vacuum.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes, yeah, tell
Excuse me,
me.
sir. Sir,
Yeah.
sound doesn't travel in vacuum. Sir, sound doesn't travel in vacuum, no then. So how come
No,
it will vibrate?
but okay, vibration. Listen, what do you think that you need? Vibration can take place. Vibration and sound is two different things. Vibration, sound is produced by the vibrations in a medium. You may not hear the sound, but you can see the pendulum vibrating in the vacuum. You cannot see. We are not expecting any sound. I'm not talking about the sound. I'm talking about the vibrations. Won't it take place in vacuum? Yeah, the things come on. Okay? Don't relate vibration with the sound. Okay? When the pendulum is vibrating, where is the sound? Do you hear any sound? A pendulum, I'm vibrating here. Do you hear any sound? Then
No, sir.
you see, the pendulum, the bob is moving to and fro. This is vibrations or not? I'm talking about the vibrations. All right.
Sir.
Vibrations, when vibration takes place in the air column, just remember, in the air column, when the vibration takes place, and that vibration frequency must lie between 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, then only it will produce an audible sound to us. Otherwise, there's no question of sound. We can see the vibration will take place. Got it? Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Now I'm talking about the damped vibrations. Damped vibrations. What is called damped vibrations? Damped vibrations.
delta is
Okay, let us take a pendulum. We can just understand it. Let us take a pendulum like this. I release the bomb. Bomb will move to and fro, vibration. I'm not applying the force again and again. Periodic force I'm not giving again and again. You don't need to give the force again and again. It will keep on vibrating its own like this. But you must have observed, please mute yourself, otherwise there is an echo effect here. Okay. So you must have observed that the amplitude of vibration keeps on decreasing. It slows down. A time comes when it stops vibrating. Such a vibration is called damped vibrations. Damping is, not vibrating. That state is called state of damping, when it does not vibrate at all. When the amplitude becomes zero. Such vibrations occurs where in the presence of a medium, such as air, such as water, such as any other medium.
Hello.
There will be loss of energy in the body. Due to friction, due to loss of energy, the amplitude of the body keeps on decreasing, and ultimately it stops vibrating. Such a vibration is called damped vibration. Hope you understood it. Such vibration normally, let us take a string vibrate. It vibrates for some time and it stops. Why it stops? Because of the damped vibrations. It stops because of the damped vibrations. Understood? Okay. Now the graph of the damped vibration also you have seen it. Sometimes they may give in the ICC time they may give two graphs like this. They will say like this. One graph like this is given. Another graph they have given like this. And they are asking this is A, this is B. Name the type of vibrations shown by the graph A and graph B.
A
This
is
is
natural
displacement, this is
vibration.
time. Very good. A is the natural vibration or free vibration, whereas B is the, what kind of vibration B is?
Damped
Damped vibration.
vibration.
Very good. You are right. Okay. Now question may come, name a place where the vibration shown by the graph A occurs. Name a place where this vibration occurs. In vacuum only, then the amplitude will be same. When a body is vibrated without periodic force in vacuum, then only it will have this kind of graph. Amplitude will be the same and frequency will also be the same. Yes, you say vacuum and this, name a place where such vibration occurs.
Air.
Where does it?
In a room.
In case of in water. Oh, you can say that in a material medium, this vibration occurs. That will be a right answer, appropriate answer. All right. Okay. Now, please write down. Next vibration is forced vibration. Forced vibrations. Please write. Forced vibration. Forced. This time, what will happen? We know that the body vibrated in the air or in the medium, it stops vibrating. We will be applying the force continuously on it, periodic force. Every time we'll give the force and we will force a body to vibrate. Body will not vibrate its own, rather we are making the body to vibrate all the time. Such a vibration is called forced vibration. I'll give the definition. First try to understand it. What are the example of forced vibration? The example of forced vibration is the guitar string. Every time we have to keep on vibrating, and we make the strings vibrate all the time with the help of the force we are giving all the time. It's periodic force, again and again. Beating a drum is also the example of force vibration. We are making the body vibrate all the time. Suppose we are in a bridge and we are all march past or mark time, where you are vibrating or where every time you are applying the force on the bridge and making the bridge vibrate all the time. So such a vibration is force vibration. You are forcing the vibration by applying the force again and again. So such a vibration is called force vibration. Understood, boys?
Yes, sir.
Suppose this board, no, every time I'll do like this, keep on doing like this, keep on doing like this. Every time I'll keep on doing like this, like this, like this. Such a vibration is force vibration. It is not only that once you give the force and the body vibrates its own, at least for some time, it should vibrate. There's such a vibration and natural vibration in the absence of force. But in the presence of an external periodic force, such a vibration is called force vibration. Please write down the definition, right? The vibration of a body, the vibration of a body, the vibration of a body, the vibration of a body under the influence of periodic force, under the influence of a periodic force.
Sir, can you repeat? My network
Called-
was lagging.
The vibration of a body, the vibration of a body, the vibration of a body under the influence of a periodic force, under the influence of a periodic force is called the force vibration. It's called the force vibration. We'll stop. Right. The frequency of such vibration, depends on the magnitude of force applied. Depends on the magnitude of force applied. Depends on the magnitude of force applied. And it is called the external frequency of the body, and it is called the external frequency, of the body, external frequency of the body.
Sir, no formula.
No formula, because it depends upon the value of force. It does not depend upon the shape and size of the body. Okay, it depends on the amount of force which we are applying on the body again and again. Periodic force. If the force you applied on the body is more, frequency will be more. If the applied force the magnitude is less, the frequency will be less. That means this time the frequency is not the natural one. We are setting the frequency by applying periodic force. It depends upon the periodic force. External frequency does not depend on shape and size. It depends only on the magnitude of the force applied. Write an example. For example, vibration of a guitar string. Vibration of a guitar string Vibration of a guitar string,
drums,
comma. Can you tell me what is the other example?
drums,
Beating a
drum,
drum. Beating a drum. Yeah. And you are setting the air trap inside the drum, no, vibrate. You can add here beating drum. Beating a drum. Beating a drum. BRUM. Beating a drum.
Beating a man.
Comma.
Beating with a stick.
hitting the
Beating with a
24
Clapping
Beating
stick.
a
of
meter
a
man.
table.
Beating the
Okay,
clapping.
blackboard.
that also could be by beating a man, if the man vibrates, if the man shivers, then you can
So
say
his
force
cheeks.
vibration.
So his cheeks. Shiver.
Just write an etc. etc. etc.
The in South Indian
Done.
movies.
Excuse me, sir. Sir,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
sir, which
Yeah.
vibration is there in this woofers, sir? Sound woofers.
Not woofers.
Yes, sir.
That is force vibration. Force vibration. All the sound box and all of which we are using, they are all force vibration. Okay, they are all force vibration. We are producing the sound and forcing the sound there, not to go. They are all force vibration. Okay, boys. Understood or not?
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay. Okay, good. Now, give next heading resonance. Resonance.
Graph,
Resonance. No graph here. In this
graph,
case, force vibration has got no graph. Because frequency can be anything on there. No, it all depends upon your applied force. No graph here. Only two graphs we had for free vibration or natural vibration and for band vibration. No graph for this. Give the heading now resonance. 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 Are you giving the heading resonance?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Resonance.
Okay, now, yeah, resonance. Any idea what is resonance?
sound system, sound and amplifier.
Okay,
Many equals.
I'll tell you. Okay, let me tell you what is resonance. Okay. What is resonance? I'll tell you. Okay. Resonance is a phenomenon. I'll give the definitions later. Okay, first try to understand. Okay, then I'll give the definition. Proper definitions I'll give. Resonance is a phenomenon in which a body vibrates with an increased amplitude under the influence of external force. Okay, now I'll give example. Suppose I'll take one string. I'll take one string here. This string will have its own frequency. Natural frequency will be there. We are bringing another body vibrating close to it, like this, close to it. You will see that the vibration of this body will be transferred to this body. When I will be shaking this board like this, if I shake the board, everything on the board will start shaking there. Even something is lying on the table or maybe on this duster over here like this. I vibrate like this, I keep on vibrating. There may be many objects on it, but one or two of the objects start vibrating with an increased amplitude. Then this phenomenon is called resonance. When we are making a vibrate to vibrate with an increased amplitude or with a larger amplitude under the influence of the external periodic force, such a vibration such a phenomenon is called resonance. Did you understand what I am saying, my dear? Suppose I give one example. You are standing on a wooden platform, and you are stamping. Every time you are stamping like this, you are stamping your feet. You will find some articles on the board, wooden board, is vibrating with less amplitude and some vibrating with the increased amplitude, with a higher amplitude. Then those articles which are vibrating with the higher amplitude will be at resonance with your vibration, with the force which you are giving out here. Then this phenomenon is called resonance. Have you understood, my dear boys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now please write down the definition, please. Write down the definition of resonance. I'll give more examples later on. First, write down the example. You got little idea about resonance. Now, I'll elaborate it. First, write down the definition, right? The phenomenon, definition now, the phenomenon in which, about resonance you're writing, the phenomenon in which a body vibrates. The phenomenon in which a body
As
vibrates with an increased amplitude, with an increased amplitude,
Can you repeat?
with an increased amplitude, under the influence of, under the influence of force vibration, under the influence of force vibration, and under bracket you write external periodic force. Within bracket you write external periodic force. External periodic force. Close bracket. Is called resonance. Is called resonance. Is called resonance. Okay. The phenomenon in which a body vibrates. The phenomenon in which a body vibrates with an increased amplitude. Under the influence of force vibration. And under bracket you write external periodic force, close bracket, is known as resonance. We stop. Write down. Resonance occurs only. Just as resonance occurs. OCCURS. Resonance occurs when. Don't write only, just write when. When the external frequency, provided by an external periodic force, is equal to the natural frequency, of the vibrating body. Natural frequency of the vibrating body. Okay? Have you written?
Sir, please,
so
sir.
repeat
Okay.
once again. Hi, sir.
You see the video, okay?
Can
You see
you
the video.
Thank you, sir.
Till where you written? Tell me.
So from the call
Okay.
resonance occur when the frequency period from that.
When the external frequency provided by periodic force, when the external frequency provided by external force is equal to the natural frequency, is equal to the natural frequency of the vibrating body, natural frequency of the vibrating body. Okay? Okay, boys.
Yes, sir.
Then now the
Yes, sir.
time, so we continue. Okay, thank you, boys. And for you, unit test, I already told you the syllabus. No, syllabus is still the portion of echo after the first term, whatever we have done. Okay. Okay, thank you, boys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.